Hey guys, how you doing? This is Larry.
Naquavius.
This Generational Gap, guys, where we talk about different ideas and topics from two generational viewpoints. Cause I'm 40.
I'm 20.
Listen, today, man, we want to dedicate this show to Jemel Roberson, the brother that was gunned down by the police officers while doing his job.
In Chicago.
In Chicago.
In Suburban Bar.
In Suburban Bar. I want to talk, man, about that.
Well, first, let's go into detail as to what happened, the situation. Like they said it was a dispute, 4 people at the bar, and dude was basically doing his job, and like returned some fire and apprehended one of the dudes, and the police show up and kill bro, because he was the one that armed. They got a call that some shots were being fired, and they felt that he was the criminal,
right,
and killed him. So that's basically the background of the story.
And the thing is, man, so the topic of the show is, should I be afraid of the police?
Yeah.
As an African American, because white people don't have this problem.
Not at all.
The white people, and I mean, I know you, some white people, Caucasians, we are not talking about you guys like you're racist and them, but you just don't understand the experience of black people in America.
Exactly.
So you can talk about everything you want to talk about, but until you become black and you got to live being black in America, you'll never understand what we're talking about.
You can be sympathetic, not empathetic.
Yeah, you don't really understand. So, bruh at work doing his job. Shots fired. He returned shots, apprehend one of the suspects, holding him on the ground. Police show up, gun him down.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to try to place myself in the position of the police officer, right? I hear shots fired. I don't know the neighborhood. I don't know if
it's a suburban neighborhood, and then you got on security gear as well.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
So I mean, you think he's securing? Say, I'm not 100% sure that he
had a shirt on or
but
something.
I at least know he got on some type of gear. He can't be regular street clothes with it. You know what I'm saying? So I think at least it's just a thing, like you got to be fearful, like of certain things, like as a black person, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta be fearful. Like, they come with a preconceived notions about you. Like, when they pull you over, there's a preconceived notion that, dude, they like Boosie said, he was like, they scared of black people. Right. So, like, it's a preconceived notion. Like,
we all violent.
Yeah. Cautiously.
We got guns in the car.
Yeah.
We got drugs.
Definitely.
You know. We gangsters. We gang members.
Yeah.
That whole nine. Yeah. So, this, it's saying, like, I came from a time frame when the police used to beat us up.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. Anybody in Atlanta, whoever experienced that, Red Dogs coming to the hood, Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you anywhere to be seen, man, them dudes didn't have any respect for your rights or nothing. They just smack you around. It was what it was.
Yeah.
So we all grew up with a automatic, just inherent distrust for the police.
Yeah.
Because we never had no great situations with the police.
No good relationship.
Never.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Do you think it's a difference between white police and black police, though? So if you seen a police, right? Yeah. And the police showed up and he black, and would you feel more comfortable with him?
I think so. I think so. I would be a little bit more comfortable, because I mean they black, like, so they understand. I ain't saying they gonna be like cool, but my experience with like black police officers is a little bit like better
than whites.
Like, white police are just completely, this is the law, this is what black police. Hey, man, listen, man, you know what? So I my personal experience, I can't speak for nobody else's, because sometimes like they be worse.
They are worse.
Sometimes, just like women, like
a lot of worse, because you got to prove yourself.
Yeah, prove yourself.
And a lot of black officers got to prove they not with you. I'm with them, right?
Exactly.
But the flip side of that is, they may be bad, but not I kill you bad.
Yeah.
Because I don't really know what the numbers are when in comparison to white officers killing unarmed blacks or even armed blacks. Like, because it sounds like this brother right here, Jemel Roberson, was legally armed. He should have had a gun. He should have been doing everything he was doing. So if you can't even do your job without getting killed by police officers, like, what are you supposed to do?
Exactly.
You know, what are we supposed to do as Americans? It's like we fighting for two different realities in America. You know, the whites are fighting for one reality, but the blacks are fighting that reality and some more.
Exactly.
So the question is, should I be afraid of the police? I'm going to be totally honest with you. These white dudes these bald head, racist white dudes. No joke, man. Because I done had some horrible experience with police officers. These old crew cut, high tight wearing white boys are dangerous.
Yeah.
And they want to be dangerous.
Yeah.
I think I told you about the time, but I'm going to tell them about the time when I was at... I don't know. I didn't tell you about the time. I tell you about the time when I was at work and I hit the fire truck? I was telling my uncle about that. So I'm at work, man. Mm-hmm. No joke, legitimate, doing my job, and I'm on 75, coming up 75. The firefighters out there pulling somebody out of the car, whatever. But they had a fire truck across the freeway, and a firefighter out there pulling, guiding traffic. I'm in this big truck. It was at my last job, so I'm driving this truck. We just dropped off a load of appliances to this new mixed-use community. So I ain't even no truck driver. They done had me do it. I said, okay, I'll do it. So he telling me to come through. I'm steady saying I cannot see the top. When I get through, bam, hit the ladder of the fire truck. Bust the hole through the top of the truck, bent the tip of the ladder. Gotta pull over. It's a wreck there. That's why we doing it. So I get over, pull over. I got on my work jacket, work uniform, everything. Georgia State Trooper already on the scene. Come over there. Big old tall white guy. He come over. Want to see my driver's license. I give it to him. And I explain to him I was just being directed. This guy had on that hat, the Georgia State Trooper hat like this.
Yeah.
And first thing he did was went back and ran my name, my number, license, came back, found out I ain't had nothing wrong, blah. Came back and said, so what do you say? I said, well, yeah, I'm trying to talk to him man to man. He took his hat like this and started doing my head like this, trying to hit me in the head. Like, what do you say? Like, you ain't...
Antagonizing. Yeah.
Like, intimidating me. So those are the guys, and it's plenty of you guys, and I hope you see it, but you're not going to watch the video, but it's plenty of you guys out there with them badges that are horrible human beings. That's your problem. You're just a horrible person. You're probably a horrible husband, a horrible son, a horrible father, and you don't have no right doling out law and justice. But what do we do as a race of people?
Yeah, I always tell, like, just make yourself, man, I don't got my hands out the window when the police pull me over, like I'm just completely like, please, like, cause it's.
But even with that, look at Eric Gardner, they choked him to death.
Yeah, they choked brother to death. But when he was selling, he was
just selling cigarette. But I mean, you see the dude was on his neck, just choking him, and he was on the ground. Yeah. So what do you do then?
I'm telling you, it's a risk. Like that's why they say driving while black. Like it's a risk, like that you taking, like as a community. So I don't know. Like I think one thing that made a lot of sense to me is like putting like these police officers in training in the hood, like like going through the communities of like going through our communities to try and like get familiar with like people like us, because like they got preconceived notions about everybody, like. And it's some, I ain't saying like all black people just great people. It's some like crazy people, but like you just understand that every black person ain't like no gangster, no like killer. Just be regular, like how you would be towards
your kind.
Yeah, your kind.
Compassionate. Now I think one of the big solutions is have the people who, I think number one, and this may be unrealistic, but I think the people who patrol the neighborhood should have to live in it.
I think so. Or at least, like, be around.
No, I think he should. I think if you're going to patrol that neighborhood, then that's a sense of responsibility for that neighborhood. I think you should have to live in that neighborhood. So you have to look at your neighbors in the face. So you got people you got guys that's patrolling right now in our neighborhood right now that live...
Alpharetta.
You know what I mean? 30, 40 miles away.
Yeah, exactly.
So he don't have a sense of ownership, sense of community. So the city of Atlanta started doing something like that. They started giving these police grants to move into the city of Atlanta.
They should.
That if you're going to patrol a community, you should have to live in it. You should be forced to look at these residents.
Exactly.
Every day.
Yeah, it go back to what we were talking about before, like having somebody who, like, over a group of people that don't have anything.
Can't even identify.
I don't even, like, I'm just looking out for myself. So I agree with you with that.
Yeah, they should have to live in the community. Michael Brown, and the thing about it is, this is the big thing about it. We just seen this with the guy who in the bar who just killed the 12 people out there. Sorry to all your families, and you guys see that for real.
The man in the synagogue?
Not in the synagogue, but the guy who just killed the people out in the bar out in California. Just happened recently.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They immediately started saying he had PTSD, and CNN had to come out and report that he didn't. And the saying goes that when black people are killed by the police, we're automatically demonized. When white people do stuff like that, they'll automatically find reasons why they did it. Mental health.
Yeah, definitely. That's true.
So we dealing with a whole system.
Yeah, systematic racism. Like it's really racism. And like like you said, like when you as a black person, when you commit a crime or do something, it's automatically like prove me that you didn't do it. Or,
innocent. You guilty until proven guilty.
And then it's
guilty until proven innocent, and the opposite is innocent until proven guilty.
Definitely.
So we automatic, and that's the system.
That's what I'm saying. It's a systematic racism that we really can't do anything about. That's preconceived notions like about black people. Like you said, like I've seen that post like, oh, he had PTSD. Like
no, he just was a hateful dude who wanted to kill a bunch of people.
That's all that was.
Yeah, Dylan Roof.
Yeah. Like you see, I told you they brought a Burger King.
Yeah.
And the synagogue dude, he stayed. Then he survived that too.
Yeah, he alive.
Yeah. It's like when white people commit crimes, but like I said, it's a systematic racism that this country is built off racism. Like it really.
And that's legit. That's legit. And no one can argue that.
No.
Just from historical fact.
When the Constitution was written,
you cannot argue that. You can argue that and the thing about it, I'm gonna tell you something. What somebody said recently that was real, and it's in line with the elections. Mm-hmm. They said that why are our white counterparts saying, why are our white counterparts talking about something about free? I gotta get the post, but it was like the voters' right. We just getting rights to vote within the last so many years. Like that's recent. You know what I mean? That's recent.
Exactly.
And the thing about it is, it's so crazy because all white people are not bad people. So for blacks, we have to make sure we understand that it's not. It's even like white cops. All white cops are not bad cops. But how can you tell at 9 o'clock at night on a side of a road you're not dealing with one of those?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because both of y'all got preconceived notions about each other.
Yeah.
I see a white police officer automatically yeah, and then he see me. I don't know what he may got.
He reaching for something.
Yeah. So it's a systematic racism. But going back to the like voting thing, like 60s. We got about 50s, 60s, like around that time.
Yeah.
But we got the right to vote, but like you told me, like it was
nobody ever stood by us. So you had the right to vote, but they would not say, go vote, boy, if you want to.
Exactly.
That's what it was. So we didn't really get the right to vote until the military came and stood, and because they would give you the soap test, like how many bubbles in a bar of soap. Tell me this and tell me that. Yeah, grandfather. They hit you with that. So we had the right to do that, and that's why I'm totally in support of Stacey Abrams. And I was mad at Andrew Gillum when he conceded. Like, you haven't known that these people been stealing elections and doing this stuff for centuries. Definitely. And you sit up and stood on that stage and let everybody down because you wanted to do what they have told you is a classy act, man. I wish you see this video. You played yourself. You really did, man. You looked weak when you did that. Stacey Abrams, man, that's why you're gonna have more minority sisters taking over, because sisters they're not swayed into this sense of, well, you need to be classy.
Yep.
Brian Kemp them and they tell her she need to be classy. You jokers been stealing elections, bombing. For anybody who watching this and you say we crazy, go look at the history of Caucasians and blacks in this country.
You can't argue history.
You cannot argue that. Yep. Blacks getting beat to death for trying to vote.
Exactly.
We going to the polls and it ain't nothing but two machines in there. You cannot argue facts.
Yo.
These are facts.
Yeah.
These are facts.
Exactly.
So that lady is not crazy for saying, no, you're going to have to prove me you beat me. And today I was watching and they said, even right now, the margin has shrunk, right?
Yeah.
He was leading by 60+ thousand. Now it's 53, right? 53,000 votes.
Yeah.
Because even some areas that said they had counted all the votes, now coming out, oh yeah, we got another random 6,000 laying around.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They not even counting the votes.
Yo.
They say down in Florida with this automatic recount going on, they found absentee ballots at the post office, at a mailing facility.
Yo, they sent me in.
Yeah, man, they good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The black dude ain't gonna win no way.
Yeah.
And he stood up there. I wanna say, I was so disappointed in the man when I seen it, man.
Bro.
You ain't really ready to fight. You want to be elected and he want to be accepted.
Yeah.
See, he was looking for acceptance.
Yeah.
Stacey Abrams up there with her. That's why I said she ain't safe. That's what surprised me.
Yeah.
You know, that was surprising because she not safe. She militant. She spoke at the Million Man March.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's that election thing, man. They gonna keep fighting, and, you know. But anyway, man, the police, man. Back to the police topic. I'm not afraid of police officers. I'm not. But I think part of that is because I live in Atlanta.
Yeah.
See, you got a luxury by living in Atlanta that a lot of people outside of Atlanta don't have the luxury.
Exactly.
So we got a luxury within this city where African Americans, it's hard to just target African Americans here because you'd be targeting half of the city. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
Atlanta is completely different than that. It's outside.
A lot of it's like being in Atlanta is different. But if you go in
go to Cobb County, see how
Cobb real.
I see how racing them police.
No, Cobb real. Like Cobb, Henry used to be bad.
Yeah.
Troup County, Clayton used to be really bad. DeKalb County was bad.
Yeah.
But as the annexation go, as the city constantly grow, you're pushing the gentrification, you're pushing blacks out into the burbs. So now the police officers are becoming black because he stayed right down the street. So he's applying for, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I'm not afraid of police officers.
My whole philosophy on police officers, I try to stay away from police officers, and I know, like, that's what, because any situation when a police officer is involved is not a good situation. Like, I've never seen a police come in a positive light. So I just try to stay away from police officers. Whatever those.
That's the flip side of that. Of us hating police when your mama need a police.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I hate situations in which I have to call
it. Yeah, when your mama need a police and
somebody break in the house
and he climbing through, because you got some brave, like, you got to think about this, right? And I got to give them their props. I'm not hate bashing, because when you got certain situations, me and you running.
Yeah.
Man, I'm getting out of here. These cats running into it.
Yeah. Yeah, they brave.
You know, so it's got a lot of them that's brave, and they actually public servants, and your mama, and they saying man climbing through the window with a gun, this joker up there. Yeah. You know, scared as on the what, but mom just better not run out because mom may get dropped. You know what I mean?
Yeah. $40,000 a year, they'll jump.
Dive in there. So I
commend them for that.
I walk that fine line of not demonizing all police officers.
We're talking about like the bad ones. That's what we're talking about. Now, our police, it's a lot of cool police officers.
I think it's more good ones than there are bad ones.
Way more good ones.
You know, the bad ones overshadow the good.
Exactly.
It's just like with the blacks, not the blacks. With blacks, it's like ones who go to work every day, and you know, the guys like me and you who trying to do positive stuff like this. We overshadowed by another element. Yeah. We not popular. You know what I mean? Exactly. We sitting here talking this talk. It's another element that's more popular than us. You know, nah, bro. So I don't fear police officer, and I wouldn't dare say all police officers are bad. What I will say is you got some horrible guys wearing the badge. Yeah. You have some horrible men and women wearing the badge. Yeah. But you have some real solid ones too. And I have met some.
Me too.
I've met some. I've had to call police officers and get them to handle business for me. And they did. Yeah. I've had to call police officers on situations and they come and it's cool. Yeah. But with the benefit we have in Atlanta is most of the police look like us. Yeah. Exactly. When you call the police, it's Shaquila. You know, hey, what up, Shaquila? Where you at? Look, what you want? You know, that's the benefit. Exactly. But a lot of the white ones, I have dealt with white ones though who have been cool.
That's what I'm saying. The white ones too, they live in the city too, so they around black people too. So, my bad. It's cool. That's what I'm saying. We get a different element to it. Like, we live in a city where it's integrated. That's why racism, like, we don't really, like, in the city, it's cool. Like,
it's covert. Yeah. It's here, but it's hidden. Yeah. They can't afford to be outwardly because they need our money. Exactly. Yeah, they need our money. So if you get in a place where we don't need you, it gets real. Exactly. Yeah, but they need our money here.
We're beneficial.
So it's a lot of people in places. Like Houston's, the restaurant Houston's with Tipton went down and shut that mug down because they had been doing little racist acts, you know, doing stuff like don't want to seat people and stuff like that. So it's real.
Definitely.
It's real. Now don't get me wrong. Don't think because we hear it's not happening. It's just that it has to be a little bit more hidden than it can be in, say, Wisconsin.
Tennessee somewhere.
Just in some little place, Murfreesboro. He just straight up tell you, we don't want your kind here.
Confederate flag.
Yeah, we don't want your kind here. The best thing you got is the freeway out of here.
Yeah.
And that's a crying shame that in this country it done got to that. But for me, it really is. It's a crime shame because I think what happened is my generation fell asleep on the job. My generation, the generation before us, I think it was like 3-4 generations. It's like a group of 5 generations. Like, I ain't gonna say 5, but it's just an age group. Like cats who 50 right now, 45, 40, fell asleep on the job, man. 30, we got so caught up in trying to make it. Like, they told us that we were not being oppressed no more. We had made it.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is, no, we may not be as oppressed no more, but there's still something to fight for.
Still dealing with.
So that was a big thing. But we had the Rodney King getting beat down in LA. We had a riot here in Atlanta after Rodney King, after the after the police? No, I think they rioted. They just did it on some straight breaking the stores.
Like that.
Yeah, that what it was. It was about that. I wanted to run in champs anyway, But for real, that what that was about. But yeah, so we back in the day when LA riots, we had the LA riots.
Them Asians was Koreans, like they were real racist too.
Yeah. Oh well, the thing about a lot of them Asian people like that, they are racist.
Yeah.
But they're not when it come to money.
Yeah, exactly.
So their whole everything being held up by black women right now. I say this, not black men. They run these stores. Is it the Koreans? They got the beauty supply stores. I don't know.
Yeah, Korean. They be having.
The Koreans got the beauty supply stores. The Japanese don't do none of that. No. The Japanese is they the businessmen. Japanese ain't in no hood. Yeah. So you got the Chinese with the
shrimp fried rice.
The shrimp fried rice. Yeah. You got the Koreans with the stores, and you got the Vietnamese with the manicures and the stuff. Mm-hmm. So, and it's African American women.
Yeah.
I tell black women all day long. I told my wife the other day, y'all holding up economies.
Yeah.
Cause you buy the hair from them.
I don't care nothing about you.
You get your nails done by them. You buy their shrimp fried rice. Yeah. Straight up. Like me and you, we on some other stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's a lot of that being held up by. And my thing is, where they at?
Yeah.
When it come to black rights, where they at?
No. Black women need to open up. Black people in general need to open up their own stuff.
Yeah, where they at? But we gotta support it.
They don't care. I'm telling you, I don't want to sound crazy, but I'm telling you, them Asians.
No, that's the truth. They don't. No, it's about money. It's about money.
They will spit. They could care less about you.
Yeah, it's about money. It's all about money. It's about, especially when you deal with people like the Vietnamese. These people, country was ravaged by war. They get a chance to come over here. Man, they could care less about anybody other than them.
Yeah, but they got preconceived notions about. I'm telling you, all outsiders
believe that
Mexicans, Africans, they completely I'm telling you, they come to America be on some.
Yeah. You Tupac, you Biggie,
Exactly. They have. I seen this video back in the 90s, the girl shot girl in the back a bunch of times. We did we had to do a project, a history class.
It was a legit video.
Yeah, she was tussling with her. Cause she thought she had stole something from the store. But
the Asian.
Yeah. And then she shot in, boom, boom, boom. Shot in the back a bunch of times,
just murked them.
I was like, dang. And that's when they taught them. That's when they went to them stores and taught them the store. And then
and that's a simple solution.
Yeah.
With them, that's a simple solution. You can get if the thing is, this is what I feel. Right, I feel like everybody got a right to make money.
Yeah.
But if your greatest commodity is it's like the enemy of an enemy is a friend. Mm-hmm. So the enemy so me and you got problems. So your enemy is my best partner.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I may not have a direct issue with you, police officer, but you are the enemy of you know, my enemy, your enemy is my friend. Like, cause they keep it holding up. They should be the main ones, you know, standing on the front line.
I would.
They straight
Black
up.
Lives
Yeah. They got flags hanging in their mug and that. When it's time to march, they shut the store down where we need to be.
But you know what it speaks to? That speaks to, like, they saying these folks not intelligent enough to think. Like,
right. Ignorance.
Like, they ignorant. They gonna continue to buy.
They gonna keep buying. And exactly, we are.
Yeah,
we are.
We gonna keep buying.
We are. Like, straight up. You go down that street right there. I don't spend a dime with them. Straight up. I don't spend a dime with them. But you go down that street and I try to strategically find black business to spend my money with, right? But you go down that street right there. Man, you see them, man, they holding up whole generations, man, of them folks, man. You go in their store, they don't even speak English.
Exactly. Hey, man, they got look. I seen bro about 10 years old taking orders at the little store now. Like, she refused to hire, like.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not hiring y'all, you know.
That boy can't even, don't even know how to count.
Yeah, he's sitting there.
He gave me $20. Like, bro, no, bro.
Yeah. Here. Yeah, but you would not hire nobody else. Yeah, so that's our fault, though. Yep. That's our fault. That lends to lack of everything. Not even lack of community, just lack of everything. Lack of what they're saying about the intelligence is true, because we are supporting this, man.
Yeah.
We supporting it. We can start complaining about that and start doing something. I don't spend no money with them people. I don't spend no money with them people. And I'm not a racist and I'm not nobody, but I know they don't have my best interest at heart.
That's what, but the fact that you gotta say that you ain't a racist, it speaks to like, I'm saying the fact that you got to say that you ain't a racist speaks to how we've been like trained.
Program.
Trained to, like, I was telling you about, for example, like Jimmy Butler, LeBron James, Kobe, like the egomaniac thing. When you look up for your own people and your own
self, you greedy.
You egomaniac. You got a psychological mental illness.
You greedy.
Yo.
Something wrong with you.
Yeah.
I done had them tell me that before.
Yo.
I'm in there discussing money. You know one thing about white people, they never want to talk about money with you.
Yeah.
When you talk about, they will try to talk around the subject, but I'm talking about how they never want to talk about money with you. They want to always, and they want to keep secret. They want to give you something and tell you, don't tell this person, and blah, 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 right? And that's fine. But my thing is this right here. I'm going to get mine.
Yeah.
You ain't about to play me with that. Like, sitting up here talking about, and I told somebody this what happens. This what happens. First try to bully you. Yeah. When the bully don't work, then they try to appeal to your sense of morale, because we some moral people.
We the moral people.
Yeah. Come on, the Quavians, man. You know how I done been there for you, man. Exactly. You know what I mean? You need to come on, man. You being greedy, man. Yo. You know, you need $50 million. Okay, I make $10 billion, but I'm just saying. You asked for $500 million. This joker made $8 billion last year.
Yeah.
You know, and he's saying, yeah. So that's what happens, and that's just and a lot of times we fall for it.
It's been appeal to our emotions.
Yeah.
But just like slavery and like reading the Bible to us and cutting out certain portions, we gotta be slaves. Like you said, like we get out to the by and by.
You gonna get yours in the by and by.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm gonna beat you, boy.
You pick that cotton.
You pick that cotton.
And you want anything more, you crazy.
You God is gonna give you yours in the by and by, Jimmy. And I get Cleefers over here to beat the hell out of you.
Exactly. And
that's just part of, you gotta listen to your masters.
Yeah.
And black people fail for that, because you gotta understand, a lot of the blacks that came over here didn't have any, they took their language.
Yeah.
You in a foreign land. You don't have any, the people that were with you, they done separated you. So you almost like the Stockholm Syndrome, where you are, Stockholm Syndrome, when you start identifying with your captors. Your captors are like your best friend. I don't want to leave him, no.
Yo.
So it's like Stockholm Syndrome, you know. Yeah, that's part of it. And that's been systematically done, man. That's been done. And that's why I get mad at the preachers, even though I believe, but I get mad at the preachers who still preaching this same old slave time religion, keeping black folks docile and not telling black folks the truth. That's a whole nother topic. I'm gonna do that another topic. But I get mad at the preachers who don't have enough sense of self. And when we start talking about this talk right here, they'll say stuff like that. It ain't about black, it ain't about white, it's about Jesus. You be like, but I'm just saying though, my people the one being done like that. They people not.
When you gonna look out for yourself?
Yeah, like, but my folks, I've been told that it don't supposed to be about black, it don't supposed to be about white, it's supposed to be about Jesus. But it don't seem like nobody else understand that.
Yeah.
You know, when it's time to hire, it's about Jesus, right? Hey, by Jesus Christ, my Lord, and say I love him too. Can I get a fair shake? No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it's time for, you know, just basic humane rights. I don't get that. Courtroom, I don't get that. Doctors, insurance, I don't get that.
Yeah.
So that's the problem I got. Yeah, self-interest is right, man. And people, anybody who tell you different, man, is like a lie.
Yeah, it's okay to look out for your own race and people like.
Yeah. All right, man, we're going to wrap it up for today, man. I appreciate you guys for joining, man. For real. Touchy topic, but we're going to continue to push the envelope on these topics. We need to talk about this stuff, man. Reflect. Hey, like, share, comment. We appreciate you, man. Subscribe. Hey, we'll talk to you guys next time, man.
Yep.
Peace.